Hello, hello, hello. Oh, hi, Ladies Farm. Were you waiting for me? I was trying to get the right camera angle. Oh, now I'm just going to log into my iPad so I can better keep up with the chat. It just makes it much easier. And I have food here, so my dog's going to be whining a little bit. Miss Mia Mia. There we go. Let's get that out of there. Do. Just logging in the right place. There we go. That's better. All right. Hey, Ladies Farm, you still here? So it's just me, so I'll kind of give it a couple of minutes and, let people show up. Of course, I'm getting important texts right now, but that's okay. I can message him back later. Oh, you'll have to pardon me. I'm snacking because I just got home from rehearsal for Adam's Family and have not had a chance to eat yet. So, woo, I'm just gonna have to. So I think I'll just wait and see if we get some people, and one way or the other, I'll kind of talk about what's going on with the garden now, where the garden's going, and all of that. Goodness, what is wrong with this camera? It's so... Pardon me. That's not any better. Definitely upgrading this camera this winter. Instead of using my cell phone, I'm definitely going to have to go ahead and get an actual camera. So I'd love to know what people are using, like what your setups are, because a lot of you have some really great looking video. And I don't know, my lives aren't looking great. So I don't know. Maybe this is it. Maybe it's just me talking to myself. All right, then, for anybody who wants to catch up on this stream later on, I guess I will just go into that. So I planted some fall veggies, and with everything going on, I wasn't able to put up the fence that I had planned to do to keep the bunnies out. And of course, they came in, they wiped out all my spinach, all my kale, all my lettuce. What are you going to do? Well, put up the fence for one thing, but that's going to have to be something that that happens down the road, or at my new location. So I have 2 locations where the garden is going to go. I have 2 friends who have offered me space in their yards to put up my garden. So I'm going to take either 2 or maybe 3 of my raised beds. So 2 of the 4x10s and the 4x12. And I'm going to move those. Goodness, oh, that traffic noise is so loud. Hold on. Don't they know I'm live streaming? Anyway, so 2 of the 4x10s, the 4x12, and then the 2 8-foot cattle panels that go on that bed. That's where the peas were, where the green beans were. Those will go to my friend's house, and they have 2 kiddos. And so I'm going to put things on there that I don't care if little hands come along and pick, because little hands aren't always is discriminating. Like, I don't want them to pick melons too early or squash, something like that, and then kind of have that go to waste. But I figure in those I can plant. Oh, thank you. Hi, Brampton Gardner. Hi, Rochelle. Oh, thank you for mentioning it. I was going to get in there and talk, like, chat with people for the last half an hour, but my daughter forgot her phone in my car. So I had to double back after dropping her off and get that to her. Yeah, so I don't want to plant anything in that garden that little hands are going to pick, because I don't want to lose the crop. I don't want them to feel bad or their parents to feel bad. I want to plant things in there that the little kiddos can just walk right in, and if they pick a bunch of cherry tomatoes, it's not going to matter. If they want to go pick cucumbers, go for it. Peppers, I'm going to plant sweet peppers in that garden, and I will take the hot peppers, and that will go. Really, Mia? Rochelle, you know what I'm dealing with here. The puggles, they love their food. I'm eating food and she wants it. So she's going to be complaining for a little bit. I was so busy coming back from rehearsal and I was starving. So I had to get something on the way. I had to. I'm dying. This is the beginning of Hell Week. This is Tech Week. So this morning had a softball game. We won. Woo woo. And then, so we won that game, and then I had to go straight to a 6-hour rehearsal. I'm going to put you in the other room. Hey, rolling with Raquel. How you doing? Oh, did you make, I forget, what did you say you were going to do to change the recipe? I'm glad she had thirds, though. That's awesome. Oh, that's right, the sausage. Yeah, I bet the cream cheese made it like really, really creamy. It's like my favorite dish of all time. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm just like taking my bites off camera. Like, how you doing up there? Like, I know I'm a goofball. Here we go. Yeah. So things like if I have like some giant beefsteak tomatoes, I think those I will plant at my other friend's house. The paste tomatoes are going to go over there, but uh, some of the tomatoes will go at this garden. Eggplant may or may not go to the other one. I don't want them picked too early, but I don't really see a 3-year-old coming over and picking an eggplant and just taking a bite. Ooh, stock. I need to make a big old pot of stock after I can't. I'm moving the weekend right after Thanksgiving. So I love to make turkey stock and just have that kind of in the freezer in small portions, like ready whenever. And unfortunately, I can't do that this year. Makes me so sad. Ugh. Tomatoes with thorns? I didn't know there were tomatoes with thorns. Hmm. Turkey stock is good the way I make it. There's a lot of butter in it. Yeah, so I think that's the plan. Also, since I'm going to be moving over to the town of Beverly, they have multiple community gardens there. Oh, still got hornworms. Boo! You know, knock on wood, I have never seen a hornworm in real life. I've never seen any damage, never had hornworms. And now that I say that, next year I'm going to get slammed. Because this year I said I had never had to deal with squash vine borers. And then as soon as those words were out of my mouth, I lost all my zucchini and summer squash to squash vine borers. They destroyed every plant. So I got to watch my mouth on that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel like going to 3 different garden spaces. I feel like going to 2 different garden spaces is already going to be tough. So I don't know. But I did love that community garden space. I did a couple of videos from there this spring and summer, and it was really nice. So I mean, I liked the people there. Everybody was really helpful, really knowledgeable. It felt like a local YouTube community, even though nobody's on YouTube but me. Yeah, but this weekend, I was going to take out all the tomatoes. I was just going to get all the green tomatoes, pick them all off, and freeze anything that's ripe right now, and for a sauce pretty soon. But yeah, see, yeah, watering before, at least my friends would keep up on the watering for me, so yay. With our really weird weather this winter, this summer, I haven't actually watered that garden since early August, maybe July, because we've had like 3-day stretches of like warm to hot weather, and then we get a downpour, like buckets and buckets and like floods of water. And that actually, I really didn't have to water almost the whole summer. It was really crazy. Yeah, a lot of my poor garden has been suffering from neglect for the past like 3 weeks, and that's not going to get any better this week because it is Tech Week, which means that after softball today, went to rehearsal for 6 hours, come home, do this. Then tomorrow is work from 8 to 5, and then straight to rehearsal until 10. Get home at 11, go to sleep, get up, do the same the next day, the next day, the next day, and then the day after that, it's work until 5, and then it's the show. And then Saturday is the show, and Sunday is the show, and then Monday it's work and my second job. And Tuesday is work and rehearsal for my other show. Then finally Wednesday night of next week, I get an afternoon off, like getting home around 6, and the sun will be down. Hello, Outdoors with Big Matt. Hey, I'm getting people in here. I might want to share my link. Let's see if I can do it this time without messing up and totally like throwing myself out of my own live stream. Let's see if I do this right. I'm trying to remember where that is. Okay, I apparently don't remember where that is. No rest for the wicked, indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. And then into that, I'm also trying to fit kids, and I think I have to do that in YouTube, right? I'm not sure I know how to do that either. So I'm working with an iPad, not an actual laptop. I don't know. Do. Anybody know how to? Yeah, I don't know how to do that either. Let me see. Well, I know I can do. Aha! Ha 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 ha! That's it. Okay. I got it. I got that. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a very long chat for me tonight. I'm so tired. Oh, it's in YouTube Studio. Okay. All right. That apparently is how that's done. Let's see. All right. Let's see if I can do this. YouTube Studio. Oh, I have to do this from actual, like, YouTube Studio on my phone. Forget it. I will do it later. That's okay. Well, the link is up in case anybody wants to jump in and join. And hopefully, once I start doing these more regularly, and once I do a few more, I've really been lax on the videos this week, and it stinks. I keep saying I'm going to film my Spotlight Saturday, and it's going to be Ladies Farm, and I haven't gotten around to actually filming it. So I'm going to have to wait until this Saturday, at least in the morning, I'll be able to do that. Yeah, when people know my time slot. I'm like, I have so many YouTube friends, but nobody knows when I'm live because it's so all over the place. So hopefully soon we'll have, I mean, I'm here tonight, but yeah, I know, just spotlight, then post whenever. I thought about that, but like, I don't know, if I commit, I feel like I need to commit myself to at least that one little Saturday, like that one little Saturday video. So it's just been so crazy. This Saturday, I will have a chance to film it and post it in the morning. And that's probably going to be my only video because I won't be going live next Sunday because we do the show at 2 and then we go straight to the cast party. But after that, it's going to be regular Sundays until, well, I guess even November is going to be hard because I have 2 weekends of shows for Annie, and then the next weekend I'm moving. So hopefully everything's done by Saturday evening, the Thursday after Thanksgiving, and I'm moved and all of that. So I'll be exhausted, but I will be able to. I'll be home to be able to do my filming from the new location. Um, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna go and plant some tomatoes for with you guys, but there's kind of nobody here. So I'm gonna cut this, I think, at 9:30. Uh, yikes. But I think the plan right now is get moved. I'm gonna plant some tomatoes that I'm going to put on the front porch at where I move and all of that. Yeah, tomatoes. I'm gonna do them indoors for the winter, but just like dwarf tomatoes. So I'm gonna plant like a 42 day, and then I'm pretty sure that Joe sent me some sort of so Garden State Gardener, for anybody else who may watch this later. Obviously Brampton Gardener knows Joe pretty well at this point. So Joe, I think, has sent me 2 different kinds of dwarf tomatoes. I think it was like Dora Pink, and there was something else. So, I mean, MI Gardner, I think, has a couple varieties, but Joe has all sorts of weird little things that he's collected over the years. So, yeah, the 42-day tomato from MI Gardner. That did stay very, very little in my garden this year, and it got very overshadowed by everything, and just it couldn't keep up. But the bushes were very small, but they produced tomatoes like this big. So, I mean, it's nice to like not the biggest slicing tomato, but definitely way bigger. You couldn't call it a cherry tomato. I'm still snacking. So I'm gonna see if I can grow those indoors in some big pots. I'll give it plenty of space. I've got some 5-gallon pots, and I will put those in a sunny window and see if they get enough sun to actually give me some tomatoes this winter. Definitely, it'll at least be kept warm enough, and the window that I'm thinking of gets really good sun exposure all day. So, moneymaker? I haven't heard of those. I haven't heard of that kind, but it's probably another dwarf tomato, I would think. This piece of hair is driving me crazy. Sticking out, making me look crazy. I mean, I did just come from rehearsal playing Grandmother Addams, so I'm kind of still in crazy mode, but I guess maybe I'll plant the tomatoes on the next live stream when I can chat with some people and do some stuff. But I think hey, Simply Jan Homestead, how you doing? Woo, I'm starting to get some people. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Simply Jan, you're coming in just as I'm wrapping up, because it seems to be pretty quiet in these here parts. But I just wanted to get on for a little bit. Hopefully I can get back. Not next week. I think it's going to be an every other week live stream for at least a little bit, because I've got my show next weekend. The next week is Halloween, but I'll be home. I don't know how many people are going to really feel like coming to watch a homestead watch like a live stream on Halloween, but I'll pop in for a bit, and then yeah, I mean, I'm at least getting the notification of the stream up a day or so ahead of time, instead of like half an hour like I've been doing. Got a thumbnail, like regular thumbnail designed for it, so it'll stick out a little bit more. Hopefully that thing looked okay, but I guess that's about it. What day of the week is Halloween? It's on Sunday. So not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. Because I have shows the 22nd, 23rd, 25th, and I won't be here for my live stream that Sunday because I'll be in the cast party. Excuse me. I'll be in the cast party for Adam's Family, which is going to be amazing. I wish I could I wish our contract allowed us to live stream this show like we did the others over the summer, because it's going to be hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. Got Joe's and yours off an hour. Oh, yeah. I don't know what that was about, because I actually did look at YouTube when I first set it up, and I did accidentally set it up for 8. There must have been a finger slip. So then I went back in StreamYard like within like 2 or 3 minutes and changed it to 9 o'clock. So I'm going to have to just be really careful to have that show right. Oh, I bet that because it showed 8 o'clock. Mia, stop it. Lie down. I bet that because it showed as 8 o'clock, that's why Ladies Farm wasn't here when I came on at 9. They must have been here waiting at 8, and then that probably is why a lot of people did not end up coming in today. It probably showed as 8 o'clock for you and everybody else too. So I think what I'll have to do. Hey, Yogi Hollow. All right, maybe we're having a party now. Maybe we're turning into a party. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and post that again in case anybody wants to jump on. Woo! So maybe we're not cutting off now. Woo, Lisa! Yay! So yeah, I threw the thing up just in case anybody wants to jump in, because now, oh hey, we got 8 in the chat. Woo! Oh, Hickory Craft Farm. Woohoo! Oh, there we go. Melody's channel is who? I'm trying to like keep everybody's name straight, but there's so many of you wonderful people. Pardon me, I'm still snacking just a little bit. Oh, yes. Yes. We wanted to know this because we were talking about it in Rochelle's YouTube seed trade group, and we really wanted to know what that was, because I don't think we could find your live stream after the fact. Bake a leg and I don't know that person. Okay, so that's somebody else that I need to go sub. So let me grab my iPad here and get onto YouTube and go add new channel. All right. Bake a leg. Woo! All right. I will have to check out her videos. Yay. All right. I think I'm going to move my camera here because my hip is killing me. Oh, I'm going to move the dog. Whew, pardon me for 2 seconds. Readjust the camera. Much better. Wow, what is under? Oh, this is what happens when you don't take off your mascara after a very busy rehearsal. So I look like I've got a black eye, but I promise. I promise it's fine. Oh, oh goodness. Oh, the angles of the lighting, not great. Okay. No, I don't like that. No, the cucumbers are done. No more cucumbers, but you are going to see a dog in like 0.5 seconds. Well, maybe not. She's working her way in. No, no more cucumber snackage. They're all gone. Look at this dog. Like, really? Really? What are you doing? Oh. Oh no. Yeah, I figured there had to have been some sort of technical glitch. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's too bad. All right, so it wasn't something that you guys are doing, Hickory Croft Farm. It's I don't think. Yeah. Boo. Boo 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 boo. Ugh. Crazy, crazy, crazy dog. Hello, Sweetie's Creek Farm. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, my dog is gonna knock my camera over. This is hilarious. Oh yeah, I mean, maybe it was the subject matter. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't something that you mentioned. Maybe it was something that somebody else did. I don't know. Maybe YouTube just doesn't want other um, I don't know, other platforms getting the goods. Oh well, oh well, oh well. I don't know. I mean, I don't really do many other platforms. I mean, I have Instagram and I use that just to be able to post, a couple little pictures here. And yeah, I got to figure out, actually, maybe some of you guys know how to make people mods because I'm not sure how to do this, but because I'm having some difficulty here, but I'll probably figure that out later. Um, yeah, I don't really do any other platforms. I have Instagram just to kind of throw a couple pictures out here and there. But now, as of earlier this week, everybody who has 500 subscribers or not now has a community tab. So I got my community page, yay, yay, and I'll be using that a lot more than Instagram, I think, to get out there on YouTube and get seen and all that fun stuff. So I have Twitter, but I don't use it at all. So I'm probably gonna try to get like into that groove over the winter. And it's not so much about the other platforms as it is trying to create like more of a funnel toward my channel. So oh my god, this dog. Oh, Brampton Gardner, where are you on subscribers now? Because I know you hit 400 a little bit ago. I hit 900 subscribers like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't done anything since. But that's because I've posted so few videos. Hi, country mama. Hi, Alicia. How you doing? Um, Yay! 429. Yay! So you're like 71 away and you'll get, oh, hey, somebody's in there we go. I didn't even see. Hey, we get a guest.
G'day.
I'm going to have to turn up the volume here so I can hear you.
Yeah, I saw the
All right,
link.
are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right,
Can you?
I don't hear you, but that could be me. Does anybody
Okay.
else hear him?
Let me know. I can jump. Sometimes it doesn't pick up the microphone.
Mm-mm. Let's see. Is there something that I... All right, you're not muted.
Yep.
This is...
Can you hear me now? I'll go out and come back in again. Hang on.
All right. Can somebody in the chat, can you hear him? You hear him.
Okay.
Why don't I hear him? What is going on? My volume is not... This is so strange.
The joys of technology.
Let me try putting... I'm going to put the volume up on my... All right, try saying something again.
Hello. Hearing it now?
I can hear you on my iPad.
Yeah. Then.
It's just my phone.
Mm.
That's terrible.
That is weird. Not that I have much
I'm going to
interest.
try to fix my... Oh.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm on my own now. Cool. Hey, everyone. Steve from Sweeney's Creek Farm. Didn't know I was going to be here on my own. Might just wait for the host to come back, eh? Here we go. Is that any better? Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Now it's weird because I hear you, but only the tiniest bit.
Okay. Oh, well, unless you get the feed. It's just levels now.
This is so weird because my volume is all the way up.
Yeah, that is weird.
So strange.
Let me just check to make sure I got my... Let's see if that any better.
I don't have headphones, and that's the thing
Yeah,
is...
that's really strange.
Yeah, well, if I put it on the iPad, then it's gonna...
You'll get the echo.
Then it's gonna skip. All right, I wonder if I could do... yeah, it's gonna really echo if I put on the iPad.
Hello.
Yeah, I am not good with technology. I'm a gardener. Oh, look at that.
Oh, you're a big old boy, aren't you?
Oh, wow. So Sweeney's Creek, why don't you, while I figure out my sound issues, why don't you tell people about your channel? Dang it.
Here we go. Let's try that. Is that any better?
I mean, I hear you a little bit. It's weird. It's very, very weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Very
mean,
strange.
tell people about your channel. I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen
Um,
you before.
no, I don't think I don't think we've actually had the chance to meet. There's a few people in the chat that know our channel. So we're a upcoming homesteading channel based in central Victoria in Australia. So the southern state on the east coast. I'm also a part-time venomous snake relocator and ecological environmentalist and
Well, that's cool.
conservative. So yeah, and just like to jump on and say good day to people. Great to see Hickory Croft Farm there. Yeah, no sweat on the email, guys. Just when you get a chance, it's all good. I sent them an invite to come on one of our lives. So yeah, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. It's all good. But where I work, one of the local universities, we back onto some state forest, and we often have a few visitors, and they're all down at another location today. So that's why I thought I'd jump down here because everyone apparently in America loves to see kangaroos.
Yes, that is true.
So, I don't know if you can see him there.
He's a little blurry. I think it's focusing on the fence.
Probably focusing on the fence. Hopefully that's better. Trying to get it in between the wire. So they're behind a big wire fence. So um,
Ooh.
there's a big male sort of sitting just in front of me there. Don't He's a real old one. And he's sitting out on his own away from the pack. So I don't think he's feeling too well at the moment. But I'll just keep an eye on him. But I don't know if you can see jumping in the background over there. There's a mob of about 40.
Oh yeah, I see him.
Yeah, they're all taking off now.
Oh, bye, Simply Jan. Thank you for popping in.
And there's a couple sitting in the grass over the back there as well. So this used to be part of the university. This is the old teachers' college, and it's an abandoned block now. So they get between 20 and 50 roos down here all the time, come and eat the grass, and I just love them. So we get these on our property as well quite regularly. So oh yeah, he's looking fair and having a bit of a scratch, are we? Okay.
Yeah, I hear kangaroos are not friendly.
Look, they're like any animal and any Australian animal, even our snakes. They are what you make them. So these guys, if I went over the fence there, these guys would scatter. They would just take off and jump for all they're worth because they're in a big open space and they've got an escape place. So if they've got a way to get out, they'll take it. And even our snakes are the same. If they've got an option to run, they'll run. But if you corner them, if you put them in a situation where they don't have that choice, well, they're going to fight for their life. So
oh no, maybe it was koalas I heard that were just generally nasty.
yeah, well, there's this in joke in Australia that we like to run by the American tourists and that about the drop bears, but it's an in joke with 26 million people sharing it. Yeah, no, you don't have to worry about koalas. They're about as dangerous as a kitten. Yeah. They're just lovely animals. So yeah, we like to tell the story of carnivorous drop bears dropping out of the trees and eating tourists, but yeah, it's a bit of an in joke. Yeah, they're all sort of having a bit of a jump there behind me now.
Oh,
But,
cool.
yeah, so I mean most interactions with kangaroos that end in conflict are generally started by dogs. So what happens on farms? The dogs will have a crack at the kangaroo, and then particularly the males, they rock back on their tail and kick with their back leg. They can do some serious damage. A lot of dogs have been killed by kangaroos in that way. They basically open them up with their big claw, big middle toe on their back leg. So, but same deal. The dog starts the fight, the kangaroo finishes it. And what happens is then farmers come out and get in between the dog and the kangaroo just is in that fight mode, and off we go.
Yeah.
So these ones here are probably potentially maybe a little bit more of a threat because they're actually used to people, which actually make them more dangerous. Just from the point of view that they're not scared of people. Well, they're scared of people, but they're also used to them, and getting used to humans is not good for wild animals. But we have no choice because their home is right alongside residential. So you can see across the road here, it's basically just a built-up suburb, and there's
Wow.
50 kangaroos across the road from it.
Yeah, what
But
I get in my yard is turkeys and deer.
yeah. Well, the Australian kangaroo is very much akin to the American deer. That come
Hmm.
through your backyard. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just glad we don't have mountain lions and moose and grizzly bears and stuff like that. People freak out
Hmm.
about the animals in Australia. Well, there's no animal here that'll rip your limb from limb like a grizzly bear will.
This is true. This is true. I don't have grizzlies here. Well, technically, I don't really have a bear where I am is very, very rare. But if I go
Yeah.
about an hour or so inland, then I'm in the mountains. Because I'm up near where Boston is, so New England,
Okay.
northeast, and I'm right on the coast. But
Yep.
an hour in, we've got the Appalachian Mountain Range. So we've got not brown bears, but black bears. So
Yep.
they're small, but can you really
No.
call 400 or 500 pounds small?
Exactly right. Yeah. And
Yeah,
they're all
yeah.
they're all teeth
And
and
they're
claw.
chickens, but
Yeah.
they can still mess you up.
And particularly if they've got cubs and the mums get defensive, and yeah, and unfortunately, we're building on their habitat and encroaching on it, and then they're coming in and scavenging out of the bins, and becoming
Hmm.
dependent on humans, and then there's that interaction, and where there's interaction with wild animals,
Yep.
shit happens.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
unfortunate. Yeah. Um,
We've got
but yeah,
coyotes here that, like, out in
yep,
the western United States, like, coyotes are about the size of my little dog, who's like a
yep,
pug beagle mix.
yep,
But the coyotes here have interbred over the last couple hundred years with the gray wolf before it was driven,
yep,
to further north. So, although we are starting to see wolves back into New England, like in Vermont,
yep,
but the coyotes here are 60, 70 pounds.
yeah,
They are huge. So, and they're right outside my door probably right now. You'd never
yeah.
know until take your small dog for a walk. So you always got to be aware. But with
Well,
all
look,
right.
it,
Bye,
it,
Rochelle. Brampton Gardner. I'll see you later. Thank you for coming on in. I think what I'll do is I'll keep this up till like 10 o'clock. And chick, Alicia, you and your t-shirt ideas. I am working on the I love chickens and goats and have a mouth like a trucker mug. So, I'll get there. I will get some merch.
but
I'm
yeah,
gonna need it because I'm gonna hit my 1,000 subscribers pretty soon,
oh,
and
that's awesome.
I want to be able to have some merch to give away.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, just getting back onto our channel, we're basically it's an upcoming homesteading channel. We're looking at doing rotational grazing with animals. So we've got Murray Grey cows, and we've got Plymouth Rock chickens, and we've just put those into a chicken tractor. We've just uploaded 2 videos
nice.
making the chicken tractor. So if you want to see how to make a really cool mobile chickshaw based on the Justin Rhodes model, but we actually think ours is a bit better. Yeah, a couple of great videos on our channel. We've just hit the 500 mark, so we're about 534, I think.
Yay.
Yeah, so we're really pleased with that. Yeah, we get a bit disheartened with YouTube. We think we put up pretty good content, and the numbers are just sort of steadily creeping up. But you just got to be patient. As I say,
Yeah.
do what you're going to do, film it, show your passion, and people will come along, and it'll happen when it happens. So, but
Yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. Like I thought I was going to be in this location for a couple of years, so I was really working on building up this garden and everything else, and I was going to see about getting a few chickens because I want some chickens. But now my landlord sold the building, so I'm having to
right,
move again for the second time in a year, and because my last landlord they also sold the building, and then um so now I'm having to take the whole garden down, put it at
yeah,
two friends' houses, and so it's going to be a little harder. But my hope is that I'll be able to save some money, and I'm going to be moving onto my own piece of property. It'll still be very small, but
Yeah.
I really want to go that self-sustainability, like chickens and goats. So like that mobile chickshaw and everything, like chicken
Yep.
tractor, it just sounds really cool to be able to move them around. And
Yeah. Yeah. They certainly enjoy getting onto fresh ground, and ours were in a fixed coop, and it got pretty. I mean, they were comfortable, but it got really muddy in the winter, and
Mhm.
rats and mice coming into where they were roosting and that. So this eliminates all those problems. Plus, it gives us the advantage to move them around and fertilize and soil improve, in the different
Yeah.
locations they go through. So, we're on 20 acres. So, our 5-year plan involves some high tunnels and a greenhouse and
Oh, nice.
lasagna beds and raised garden beds. We've just planted a 20-tree fruit orchard and got the fence around that. We've got videos on all that on our channel.
Oh, color
Um,
me jelly. I am jealous.
yeah.
Oh,
Look, we've
love to have
always
fruit
wanted
trees.
a fruit orchard, so we've got peaches and plums and apples and nectarines and lemons and limes, and so we'll give it
Nice.
3 or 4 years and we'll be having some good crops out of there. Because we love cooking, we love preserving, the homesteading, as I said, the rotational grazing. We've just had 2 baby cows in the last week born, which
Oh,
has been pretty exciting. I wish I could actually extract all their cuteness and bottle it and sell it, because I'd make a fortune. I'd be able to buy.
you'd make $1 million.
Ah, and I was so disappointed. One was born yesterday afternoon as we were working, and we got to actually go up and interact with him. We actually, lift his legs up and check. Found out he was a boy, unfortunately, again. But anyway, that's fine. And and I was filming it, and we patted him, and he came up and snuggled, and everything. It was great, and I hadn't hit record, so we got no footage of it. So I was not a happy boy.
Woo, we got a third.
Hey.
Let's see if I used to know what to do to edit layout. There it is.
I almost didn't come up because we've been working outside and I look a fright, but I figured what the heck.
There is definitely, like, I've done something with my, definitely done something weird with my camera here, because with my, I don't know if I got some, whoa.
I'll say hello, Sweenies. Hi, Sweenies.
G'day, how's it going? Yeah.
It's going well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
so
all
we're-
of your lovely comments when you watch stuff. You're
Oh,
very kind.
yeah, look, we look, our philosophy is we really love it when people come and watch our videos and comment, and I'll sit down every night, and at the moment, because we're at that 500 subs, we can actually respond and comment back to just about every comment. As we grow, that's not going to be the case, but while we can, we just like to acknowledge people that come in to say something, and we try to do the same thing for other channels, because there's nothing more exciting than seeing someone that like, it's always nice to get a thumbs up and people say, great video. But when someone comes in and makes a comment, you go, you know what? They actually watched that video and they noticed that and they took something away from them. That's exciting.
Yeah.
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 And I admit I'm behind on my videos, but I will get caught up.
I am also behind with this show. Oh my goodness. Show goes up next week. This is Hell Week, and then I can get back to watching some of my favorite YouTubers, like you guys. Yay. And I want to see
I
those
was
baby
happy to
cows.
see that you had a live because I hadn't seen you in a while.
I know. I have not filmed very much at all, and I haven't been on the lives. But after this, so this coming week, I've got work, rehearsal, work, rehearsal, work, rehearsal, work, rehearsal, work, show, work and work. So, but yeah, not this Friday, but next Friday, I have an evening off.
When you say that, work, rehearsal, show, it reminds me of like Robin Williams going, Fosse, tap, tap, tap. Grand plie. And scene.
No,
Yeah.
I'm Grandma Adams in the Addams Family musical, and I'm actually also in another show. I'm Lily St. Regis in Annie. So I got a Bernadette Peters role.
Nice.
So lots and lots of rehearsals. But Adams will be over after this weekend. I get to be just this crackpot, raunchy, pot smoking grandma is essentially her character.
So
And
nothing
it's really been fun.
You just slide right into that role because it's the norm.
Yep. It's
I know I would.
essentially me in 60 years plus weed.
Nice.
So
That's what I want to be when I grow up.
raunchy crackpot is my line. So
Hashtag raunchy crackpot. Put it on a tee.
yeah, put it on tea.
Hey, now I have got something here you might be interested in seeing. I've actually got my snake catching gear. If you wanted to have a look at what.
Oh, yeah, let's take a look at that.
No, hang on. I'll swap the camera around. So this is
like
pretty standard
It's
equipment
like a
for.
Steve snake sandwich with us girls on the outside there.
Okay, so this here is our main piece of equipment. So that's an Australian style snake hook designed for our elapids, which are front fang venomous. If it was a python hook, it'd be a lot more rounded, but see how it's really angular. That just allows us and that's basically constructed out of an old golf club.
I was going to say attached with the highest quality duct tape.
Yes, well, it's actually inside there. I've got araldite or two-part epoxy and fishing line as a reinforcement, but the duct tape is just to make sure there's no edges that hurt the snake. So I've got a few different sizes of that. So that's the main piece of equipment we use. We actually use that to drag the tail out, get the tail organised so that we can then pick it up by the tail. And then this here is our bag that they go into, and you can see it's also on a. I've made this out of a golf club as well, and these are some cable ties. So once the snake goes in the bag, we twist it so that it can't get out, and then we put a cable tie around the neck of the bag to secure it in there, and he'll sit in there for a little while.
Well, because there's nothing worse than driving and then have one get out and surprise you while you're driving down the road.
Yeah, no, it's not the way you want to do it. I have a Ford Ranger sort of ute with a back section, so that's where the snakes go. This is a piece of equipment that is quite controversial. These are the tongs. So it's like a picking up the rubbish. You can see. So some snake catchers hate them. I don't like using them, but every now and then you get a situation where putting your hand on the snake tail is too dangerous. So you have to use these if you're reaching into confined spaces. So the problem with these is if you don't know how to use them, it's very easy to crush the snake and damage it and hurt it.
Oh.
Yeah, so, I imagine you'd have to have very light, just enough pressure to hold him without,
that whole
crushing
thing
down.
Looks like a contraption I saw the last time I went to the doctor's. Nanny knows what I'm talking about.
I got a caught a snake yesterday, and I'm not going there. Caught one yesterday. It was actually eating a lizard.
We knew that was going to come out at some point, right?
He was eating a lizard?
Yeah, he was eating a lizard, and his bitey bits were too close to the grabby bit, so his head was near his tail, so I couldn't get his tail safely, so I quickly grabbed him with the tongs and bagged him while he still had the lizard in his mouth, which was pretty cool. He finished eating. His
lunch was to go.
Yeah.
It was a bag lunch.
And then this one is a professionally made one, but it's also surprisingly on a golf stick. So this is what we call a pinning stick. So that bit of rubber there is soft. So I can use that to pin the snake down on the ground, and he can't get away. So the two times that I tend to use this is if I've got a snake caught in bird netting and I have to cut him out, I'll pin his head with that while I cut him out. And the other one is the sad part of our job, because if we have a snake that's injured, particularly if it's been bitten by a cat, because a cat has so much bacteria in its mouth, there's no saving the snake. Any puncture wound from a cat is fatal. So we have to, as relocators, we're authorised to euthanize them. So I will pin him just behind the head with that, and then I have a big mash hammer there, and it's basically one blow on the head to squash his head, and it's all over. And then my snake catching channel is Bomber Steve. So I've had to do it probably half a dozen times, and every time I then sit down and cry for 5 minutes. So it's an unfortunate part of the job, but the choice is, if I don't do that, then that snake is going to take 2 to 4 weeks to die in absolute agony, and that's
Right.
not fair. So,
Yeah, I didn't know that cat would be fatal for them. Wow.
oh yeah, no. There's not much on this earth that's more bacteria and more filthy than a cat's claw or a cat's mouth.
I
Another
know the claws.
relocator,
Like every
Dan.
time, if I get scratched by a cat, it's gonna pop up like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's another relocator down in Melbourne, and he almost died a couple of years ago. But it wasn't from a snake. He was at a site, and there was a feral cat or a wild cat there, and he finally got a chance to grab it. But when he grabbed it, he didn't grab it the right way, and it spun around and attacked his arm.
Mm-hmm.
So he had claw puncture wounds and bite wounds, and he ended up in hospital for the better part of 4 weeks on a drip,
Wow.
with draining all the infection out of his arm. He nearly didn't make it. Yeah. So don't take cat bites and cat scratches lightly. They're guaranteed to be quite infectious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, they did write a song about it.
That's true.
Cat scratch fever.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm as I said, I'm an environmentalist, and I strive hard to save animals. And I have my own opinion on pet cats. I think pet cats are fantastic, as long as they're contained on your property and not allowed to roam and interact with the environment, because we lose between 10 and 40 million animals a night to cats, and a lot of those a night. And a lot of those are domestic cats that wander out of people's homes, that they don't keep them under control. So, I'm of the opinion that a dog owner has to keep their dog on their property, or so should a cat owner. But,
now, see, out here where I live, we're so rural, it's good for us to have barn cats, because the barn cats help with the mice and the rat population.
Yeah.
And they pretty much stay on the farm, but we don't have any at the moment. All of ours are gone.
Yeah. Look, yeah, there's certainly that point there. They are good rodent controllers. So are your local snake populations, which you'll have more of if you don't have cats roaming, killing things. And I suppose the important thing too is, barn cats need to make sure they're neutered and desexed, because the problem is, 2 cats decide they don't want to stay in the barn, they head out in the bush, and then they're breeding, and then we've got millions and millions of feral cats out in the bush, and they're just a nightmare. They're
wow.
Yeah, we have programs here that we have people that will feed the feral cat colonies, but what they go out and they do is they trap the cats. They'll spay them, they'll neuter them, they notch the ears so they know that we caught that one, it's fixed, and then they'll let it go, because they'll actually kind of guard their territory and like keep other feral cats out, but they also can't reproduce and just overfill. But generally in this, where I live, letting your cat outside is a gamble that you're never going to see it again, because the coyotes and the fisher cats, that's I swear, their main prey right now, aside from rodent, like, rats or rabbits, is cats.
Yeah. And that's the problem here in Australia. We have no apex predators left that can actually control the cat population.
Okay. So, yeah, no, we definitely, at least where I am, because I'm much more city. I'm about, if it weren't for some trees, I'm up high enough on a hill that if it weren't for trees and a couple of houses, I might even be able to see the Boston skyline from here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's, if I go 5 minutes down the road, I'm at the beach and I look to the left, I look to the right rather, and there's Boston. So I'm a lot more city here. Even my garden that looks huge on camera it's in like a little side yard for my apartment, and that's it.
Yeah.
I get a lot out of that garden this year. I think I must have had like 100 pounds of tomatoes.
I love your aromas. I want to know what brand those, what those aromas were, because my aromas were so small this year, but yours look so beautiful.
I think so I grew 4 paste tomatoes, and Amish and yellow pear, but I don't count yellow pear because they're so stinking tiny. Like they're just not worth it.
They're great eating.
I grew Roma, San Marzano, Jersey Devil, and Amish paste. I think were my favorites this year. Jersey Devil is kind of like a sausage shaped tomato, and I think that and Amish paste were my favorites.
I think I was really already thinking about doing some Amish paste next year and hopefully getting a better turnout than my Romas.
Yeah.
I got about 35 pounds of Romas this year, and that's all I got.
Those yellow bell tomatoes. You get a few of those, slice them in half, get some cherry tomatoes, some red onion, a bit of fresh basil leaves.
Too much work for sauce.
Yeah. And then just throw them together in a balsamic vinegar dressing, and they are just amazing.
Mm.
Oh yeah, they're super tasty for that. But
yeah,
I was looking for something bigger.
No good for sauce or relish. No.
Yeah.
I made sauce out of my larger tomatoes, and anything that was small, I just roasted them with some olive oil, and they're in the fridge underneath a nice cap of olive oil.
Oh yeah.
And I'll just dig them out.
I think all right, this dog knocking over my camera. Can you lie down? Stay. Goodness. I think my favorite tomato of the year, like taste wise, because I only had 2 4x10 beds of tomatoes that somehow I fit 39 tomato plants in.
Oh, wow.
I will say they didn't exactly fit, but they were in there. But my favorite one of the year, I think, is, 2 of them. One was the gold medal tomato, and it was a big slicer, and it was probably the most flavorful tomato I've ever tried. So I'm going to try that next year and see if that was just a fluke or what. And then the one that I call the Voldemort tomato.
Yeah.
It was created by a local grower in conjunction with the University of New Hampshire tomato breeding program, like 40, 50 years ago. And this one little farm, which is the son of the man who created it, and he's not a young man, but they're the only ones that grow it. And so I don't want to give like the name out because they're like, I don't know if anybody's seen the M.I. Gardner 87-year-old tomato series that he did.
Yeah.
For anybody who's unfamiliar, Luke at M.I. Gardner found this like shadow box that had from like 1934 that had all these seed packets in it. And he decided he would see if he could still get them to sprout. One of them was a now extinct, or at least till that point, extinct tomato variety called the Giant Crimson. And he's like, all right, well, I'm going to see if I can get it to sprout. And out of that whole packet, he got 1 plant. And so he's been growing that and cultivating it and saving seed, but apparently it really is very meaty and almost no seeds. So he's been growing it and just trying to save seed and growing it and trying to save seed. And so he's been like he's had seed companies offer him tens of thousands of dollars for this seed.
Wow.
And he's like, it's gotten really crazy. I've had people threaten that they're going to come in and they're going to steal it from my yard. So he's like, now I'm growing it at a secret location. I've got a friend growing it for me in a secret location.
Yes.
Because no, he goes, when I have enough that I have a reliable, like, genetic, bank for these seeds, then I will sell it and I will, we can go widely distribute it. But he really wants to preserve the integrity of the genetics. And he's like, and I will give this seed, for $1, for or $2, whatever his seed prices are now. He goes, I don't care about the money. I want to preserve the genetics and all of that. So I don't want to like go and give the name of this tomato because it's also the name of their farm. So then somebody could go find that and be like, oh, I'll just take that. And then, so like ethically, I don't give the name of the tomato, but it's very, very delicious. This tomato, where everything else had blight, no disease, perfectly big, round, well, not like big, but, nice sandwich size, round tomatoes with a really good flavor. So I call them the Voldemort tomatoes for now. And I am going to cross that out with some other things and see, if I can also make something that tastes really good and has that disease resistance, but also looks really cool. Like, you get like some of those striped varieties and stuff like that. So, or colored varieties. And I'm going to see if I can get something neat and play with that.
All right, guys,
So
I've got
to
get going here. I've got to go buy a new power saw because I broke mine the other day building a flower bed. So,
whoops.
I was going to say, you're in spring right now. You're going to start putting your gardens in.
Yeah, we've just got a few raised garden beds done. We've got tomato seedlings that have all come up ready to go in. So yeah, we're just heading into our growing season. So yeah,
maybe I should just move to Australia instead of back to my parents' house.
Well, there's some good property out here, some good places to live. So yeah.
And kangaroos.
Yeah. Oh, look, yeah. Living amongst kangaroos and snakes and spiders.
You already know a snake handler, so you don't have to worry about snakes.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
I think I'm actually going to wrap up too because sitting in this position is really hurting my legs. So.
All right. Well, guys, it was nice seeing you.
Yeah, I'm so glad you guys. Oh, go ahead.
Pleasure to meet you all. And look, anyone in the chat, if you want to come over and check out our channel, and if you like what you see, sub. If you don't, that's fine. We love building our family. If it suits what you're looking for, as I said, we're pretty proud of the channel and love seeing our numbers grow. So.
And I'll throw out there that tomorrow.
I just subscribed to you. I'll go ahead and watch a couple videos. I want to see.
Awesome.
Are the baby cows on there?
There is a short
baby cow video.
A short with the one of the baby cows. Yeah, and there's quite a few cow videos there. They're Murray Greys, an Australian breed. They're beautiful. But what's the chicken tractor one? It's an amazing build. Julianne, my partner, did a fantastic job. I was just the hired help, so it was her design, her work. So yeah, I'm one of those blokes that I know sometimes the best thing I can do is just stay the hell out of the way and let her do her thing. So.
Well, I hope to see you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we're going to do our first Country Mama Quickies. We're going to have a quickie with Yogi Hollow Farm. So
another great channel.
You guys will chime in for that live and see what the quickie is going to be like over here at Country Mama Quickie.
I will try. I'm going to be at rehearsal, so we'll have to see if I can sneak away.
Okay. But you guys have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you guys for coming on. All right. I will see you. I won't be on Friday's live, but I'll see you in next Friday's live for Lisa. But all right. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Bye.
It's nice to see you. Bye.